Right, shalom, shalom. I like to say, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Right, so Saturday morning, we out here to push this word, man. This world is out of order, man. And the Lord, he's going to put it back in order. I just watched a video on Apostle Aramla, and the video was about I believe a Lebanese woman who was kissed by a man at a parade or something like that. And supposedly, the guy got arrested, but you couldn't see it on the video. And they might make him marry the woman that he kissed. That's a ancient custom of our people. If when a man is to marry a woman, he would have to, there will be a process that will take place within Israel. Going into the chambers, having somewhat of a celebration. To let Israel know that these two are joined together. And that's order. That's just what that is. That's order. And, here in America don't follow such customs. The customs of America is that, you could just go about having sex with whomever and whatever you want. And that's not order. And that's why I said earlier that the Lord is going to bring order back into the world. And it's coming slowly but surely. There's prophecies that have to be fulfilled in order for that to happen. Right? So right now the Lord is doing what? He's raising up the elect. He's sealing the elect. And once the elect sealed, the Lord is going to release destruction on this place. You can see that this place is falling day by day. The economy is jacked up, right? People are still losing jobs. And it's about to be a hitter on the trucking companies because more and more trucking companies having to shut down because they have a lack of workers. They have a lack of workers. The wages isn't keeping up with their deliveries, right? So I mean, you look at it, they spend more money on gas, if anything, right? And on top of that, you have these, what they call them, the EV trucks coming out. So you have these, electric diesel trucks that's about to start hitting the road. So that's going to take more truckers off of the road, man. So a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of these guys, they have worked the trucking industry for 10, 15, 20 years. And then, to turn around and find out that you about to get laid off because an EV truck is about to take your spot. It's also rumored that, with America going the way it's going, that a revolution is going to happen, man. These people are going to eventually come together to overthrow the government because they're not liking the way they have to live, man. You having to work multiple jobs just to afford to live in a 1-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment. You can't really afford a down payment on a house, so you can mortgage out a home. And in America, that's the American dream. The American dream is to work until you get a down payment to pay down on a house so you, your woman, and your children can live in a mortgaged home. And now these homes are becoming too expensive to move into. But not only that, but you have corporations and banks that are buying up land and they're building these homes, but they're not they're not selling these homes. They're actually leasing them out. So more and more homes are being leased out, man. So that American dream that you people was looking forward to, right? That's about to be just that, a damn dream. But again, the Lord is about to bring order back into the world, because this world is out of order, man. It's out of order, right? And how is it out of order? Well, you got, LGBTQ community. You got the Transformers, right? You got, right, these kids that don't know whether or not they want to be boy and or girl, and that's due to what? That's due to the society. That's due to how the society sets up confusion. Because when you go into the book of Job chapter 9 verse 24, the scriptures tell you that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? So the wicked isn't set out to do any good for the people. They're set out to profit off the people, to look into their own interest, not the interest of the people. If that was the case, then you wouldn't have people that have an existential amount of debt. You wouldn't have people living out on the streets, drugged up, because the wicked don't care about you people, man. And when I mean about the wicked, I'm talking about the elites. The elites don't give a shit about you people. Their only cares is of their own interest, right? So let me get this real quick. So this is Salaki. This is Job 10 and 22. It says, well, I start up at 21. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. This place is filled with darkness, man. These people are blind to see the truth, because there's a certain way these people want to live, and they want to live comfortably. They don't want to be taken out of their comfort zone, right? So they're willing to live in lies and deceit because it keeps them comforted. That's why, brothers always bring up the movie The Matrix. The part where Morpheus was walking with Neo in the streets, and he said, pretty much these people want to stay jacked in. They will fight to stay jacked in. These people love living like this. As long as the prices are, as long as it's cheap to live, they don't care about living like this. They don't care about the confusion that's in America, the wickedness that's in America. As long as they can live comfortably, as long as they can go out to the restaurants, as long as they could take trips from time to time, right? As long as they could, make good money at their jobs and get promotions. That's how these people want to live, right? They're in darkness. They're blind. They're blind to see what's going on, right, within the world. And the scripture says what? It says, in the shadow of death, right? This place is filled with death. People commit adultery. And I did a video a while back, and I titled the video, Adultery Runs Rapid, man. Adultery runs rapid here in America, right? You got women that have children by multiple men, or they claim that the man that they have right now is the father of their children, and then he turns out not to be the father. Adultery runs rapid. But this is what it means to live in a wicked society, right? This is what it means when the wicked is ruling over the earth, is that wickedness is going to run rapid all over the earth. You got people worshiping different idols. Man, the things that people believe in are insane. The things that people talk about are insane, man. When it's outside of the truth, a lot of things that people even talk about don't make sense. You have that dude, Terrence Howard, right? Terrence Howard is that actor that always sound like he's crying. Well, Terrence Howard, man, this dude be getting into, physics. He's damn near like a physicist or some shit like that. And he gets into mathematical equations and energy. It's madness, man. Like, but the scriptures tell you, man, ever learning but never able to come to the truth, man. These people will forever study nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Trying to understand the earth and trying to understand the sun and the moon and these mathematical equations that don't make sense. Right? The Lord don't want us focusing on those things. I made a video maybe a year or two ago, and I stated that if the Lord wanted us to know the breakdowns of the moon, sun, the earth, and the stars, and when I say breakdown, I mean in complete detail, if the Lord wanted us to know those things, we would have that knowledge. It will be written here in the book, but it's not, man. You can't open up a book and go to the book of Genesis and says, well, the earth was made in these type of atoms, materials, etc. If that was in the Bible, we would know it. So Jake, and not just only Jake, but Esau goes further and beyond to try to explain something to negate the fact that the Most High exists, man. The Lord exists, and the Lord gave us this word. He gave us this book. And he said, read these things and follow them, right? He didn't say, look, I wanted to give you this book so you could know the breakdowns of the damn moon, stars, and the gases and all that shit, man. That's not something that I myself personally is concerned about. I'm not concerned about how the earth was made, man. I'm not concerned about going, to the damn mountains, picking up rocks and trying to find out how old the damn rocks are. I'm not trying to go to the Amazon rainforest and pick bark off the tree and find out how old is that damn tree. I'm not concerned about that, man. Right now, we as men of the Lord, we're more fixated and concerned. We're more fixated and concerned on these prophecies and how to walk in this world while we have to dwell in this. And this is the madness. This is the madness that you see. Women out here you practically should be wearing nothing, man. You might as well put on nothing, because your ass is all out, right? You got a small ass shirt showing your stomach. These women have no shame. These women out here is getting more and more naked, and then to walk around like that thinking that men are just gonna approach you to marry you, that's not gonna happen, man. So that's why this world needs to be brought back into order, because right now it's out of order. Laws and bills being passed, allowing people to do whatever the hell they want to do. But the Lord is going to bring order back into the world, man. Order is coming back. And in order for that to happen, a lot of death and destruction is going to come. Which you can see, man. A lot of death and destruction is going to come. That's going to bring the world back into order. Apostle Ramlar, Salakia, was Apostle Gabar. Apostle Gabar just went into a video and stated that, man, because the Lord is going to give the world back into the righteous, and it might take time for that to happen, but we know it's happening because prophecy is in effect. Look, we out here teaching. Look what we out here teaching, man. We out here teaching the scriptures, man. We out here teaching the word of truth. That's prophesied in the book of Matthew 24 and 14. That prophecy is being fulfilled, and other prophecies are being fulfilled as well, man. Right? I'm tired of seeing women dressing half naked, showing their asses, man. I'm tired of seeing lesbians. I'm tired of seeing homosexuals. I'm tired of seeing these men, right, effeminate, man. Right? A lot of these men you can't even talk to, man. I was watching a video the other night, and there was two Jakes talking, and there was one Jake that believed that women were God, man, saying that the black woman is God. First of all, the so-called black woman isn't black, man. There's no people on the earth that is black. The so-called black woman is the Judite, and right now she's out of order, man. Right now, she's out of order. Right now, she's only thinking about the things that she wants to do and the pleasures that make her feel good. She's not thinking about this, man. No matter how many Christian so-called black women, right, Israelite women you run into, they're not thinking about this, man. They're thinking about how they feel. They're thinking about their emotions. They're thinking about them and only them, right? Your mind is supposed to be set on on this right here and on the things to come. It don't matter what you're going through, man. It don't matter what you're going through. If you were chosen to come out here and teach this word, you Israelite men, then that's what you're going to do if you don't want to or not. Because there's certain men that the Spirit is on to come out here and do just this. Look at Jonah, man. Jonah didn't want to teach. Jonah didn't want to prophesy against Nineveh. Jonah was like, nah, man. Hey, Salaki, Jonah was like, nah, man, I'm out. He's like, hey, I'm about to hop on this ship. I'm gone. I ain't prophesying against nothing. But guess what? The Lord, the Lord set it up to where you have to teach. You had to go over there and prophesy against Nineveh. So if the Spirit is on you to teach, you're going to teach even if you don't want to, man. So again, so it says, Job 10 and 22, a land of darkness as darkness itself. These people are in darkness, man. They're in darkness. There's really no getting these people out of the world. There's no getting these people from doing what they want to do in the world, man. These people are entangled in the affairs of this life, of this world. These people aren't thinking about the destruction to come to America, right? They're not thinking about the kingdom to come, right? What they're thinking about is a pay raise, a promotion, getting better stocks, and you know, getting better stocks and cryptocurrency, making more money, looking good and getting the better cars. That's what these people are concerned about. Being able to live comfortably. They're not thinking about the destruction to come to America. So these people are in darkness and they're blind to see what's going on. Right? So it says, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and a shadow of death without any order. It says, and where the light is as darkness. There's no order within this place, man. Right? People are just doing whatever they want to do, man. People don't fear the Lord. They don't fear the things that the Lord can bring upon the world. Which he's showing you what he's going to bring upon the world, man. He's going to bring chaos. He's going to bring chaos. When you start seeing the lack of food on these shelves, when you start seeing more stores close down, as you can see that, man, more Walmarts are closing, right? More grocery stores are closing. More retail stores are closing. Mom and pop stores are closing. More banks are going bankrupt. And the banks, there was an article that came out that I was reading last night. The banks are noticing that people are taking their money out and putting it towards Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and more cryptocurrencies. So the banks are getting skittish. They're getting scared. Because if more people start pulling out their money, these banks are going to have to go bankrupt. They're going to have to start closing doors. Right? And right now, you have a couple major banks that's on edge right now, which is Salakia, Bank of America, Chase, BlackRock, and you know, those are a couple big banks. Then you have smaller banks that's on the verge of closing doors. I think, what is that bank called? It's out here in Arizona too. It's called PNC Bank, which they already closed up a few of their branches, man. Right? So this place is going down the drain, and America's not going to get better no matter who's in the presidency seat, right? You keep Biden in there, it's not gonna get better. You put Trump in there, it's not gonna get better, because It's prophesied that this place will get worse. It's prophesied, the scriptures talk about what? That we are at the end, and that great tribulation shall come, troubles shall come. That's in Matthew 24 and 21. In Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4. More troubles are coming into the world, man. So while people are more fixated on taking, summer break trips and, going on boat trips and going to Mexico and Baraka and all these other places, the Lord is bringing the downfall to America. Right now, you got other countries in the Middle East that are at war. Right? I was looking at images and photos the other day of people out there suffering in the Middle East, man. Buildings are all crumbled and rumbled. You know what I'm saying? By missiles and tanks. You know what I'm saying? Shooting at them. You had kids out there not being able to eat. They had no power. That's what's going on in the Middle East. And it's only going to get worse, because it's also stated that China has been sending drones to Taiwan. So eventually, the war between China and Taiwan is about to start. We right around the corner from war starting with China and Taiwan, man. And the U.S. stated that if China do go to war with Taiwan, they're going to get involved. And you know that Taiwan, and that China is one of the great nations or powerful nations, right? Right. So again, it says a land of darkness, as darkness itself, another shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness, man. And right now the light is with us, because we out here speaking the word of truth, and truth is light, right? But in the midst of that light, there's great darkness, man. Just think, me being out here, you got the sun shining right here, but if I pan the camera, there's a lot of shadowy spots, man. So there's more darkness in this world than it is the light. And nobody's going to pay it. And a lot of people aren't going to pay attention to the light, because the light can become offensive to them and the way they live. But that darkness over there, that shadowy spot, the darkness that's over there, it keeps them comfortable, because that's where they want to be. You got to understand, man, is that these people love to imitate other people, say they love to live like others. When they see others doing good, they want to live just like that, man. But we can't be entangled in the world, man. We can't be entangled in the world. That's in what is that? 2 Timothy 3:2. The Lord said, "Be not entangled in the affairs of this life." Matter of fact, let me get that. Right here. So this is 2 Timothy 2:4. It says, "No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier." So we don't entangle ourselves with the affairs of this world, because we know that this world is going to pass away, right? That's in what 2 Peter's. It says, "For the elements shall pass with fervent heat." I think that's in 2 Peter's. Right. 2 Peter 3:10. "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up," man. So this place is about to go, man. before this place get burnt up, they're gonna bring in the mandatory MOTB, the Charagma. And even before that happens, there's gonna be a lot of other things that take place, right? From these people, revolution from a Salakia. From these people gathering together and starting up a revolution. That's something that's going to take place in this world, which is going to happen very soon when the cost of living is increased and these people know that there's no way around it. They're going to finally buck up against their governments. And you're going to see during that time that you know, the laws that they have here, what is that called? The policies that they set up is going to become nothing to these people, because these people at this point, they're working to survive, but they're not working to live, which you're not living anyway, because you don't have the word, you don't have the truth, you don't have the Lord, man. So you're not truly living. But living to these people is constantly having fun on the weekends. Oh, I gotta work throughout the weekdays. Maybe I go work out, or maybe I play video games, or maybe I do this after work. But on the weekends, I want to party and have fun. On the weekend, that's the time for me to start doing what I want to do, right? So that's living to these people. So, you know, we don't entangle ourselves with the affairs of this world, because we know these things are gonna pass away. But these people aren't concerned with the world passing away. They're concerned with a better life, or they're concerned with making America great again, right? But America is not gonna be great again. If let's just say this, if Donald Trump become president of the United States, right, which the elections are coming, I think, in a few months. But if Donald Trump become president, right, this man, he's talking about putting a hammer down on nations, right? He's talking about putting a hammer down, man. Pretty much, you know, damn near restarting everything over. You think that's gonna happen? Even if it did happen, man, you know, that's going to stir up a lot of trouble. It's going to stir up a lot of trouble with these people, man. Right? So, yeah. Right, so these people, man, let me get this real quick. And the book of John, 1 John actually. Right, so this is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. It says, and the world passeth away. It says, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. Right, so there you go. So the Lord said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Right? It says the love of the flesh. Right? The love of the flesh. It says what? It says for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of light is not, Salakia, and the pride of life is not of the Father, man. That's not of the Father, man. That's of the world, man. Right? That is not of the Most High. So while you want in America to get better, you want things to get better for you. You want, you know, prices to go down. You want your wages to go up, and you want to live that better life. And the Lord said, what? The earth, it says what? The world passes away. Right? It says 17, and the world passes away. So all these things are going to pass away. They're not going to last long, man. This world, I think Paul said it, man. Paul said what? These things are temporal, man. They're temporary. Because this world was set up as a punishment for the Lord's people. It was set up as a punishment. But our captivity is over. Now the only thing we're waiting on is for the elect to be sealed. Once the elect sealed, we out of here, man. This place become a done deal. Matter of fact, let me grab that in Revelations, man. Then, like, if you go over there and tell her anything about how she's dressing, because she across the street, you'll get cussed out. Ah, fuck you, nigga. I ain't gotta do what you tell me to. I dress however the fuck I want to dress. You know, so, you know, this is why, you know, we out here, we giving the people a warning, man. And the warning is that the Lord is going to bring destruction to this place. So look, you know, we can only tell you what not to do. We can't force you. We can't force you to not. We can't force you to do it. Right? If the scripture says dress in modest apparel, we can't. We can't tell you. We can't force you to dress that way. Right? You have to be. The spirit have to be on you to be willing to dress appropriately. You know, you just got your ass out, camel toes showing, small shirt, stomach showing. But yeah, let you tell these women how to dress, man. Hey, that goes for our demons too, man. Our women too, right? Try to tell them what they can and cannot wear, and you'll have a whole hour argument on her telling you not to tell her how to dress. That's why Paul said, man, that, you know, if you're not married, don't get married, man. But if you are married, he said, treat it as though you are not, man. That's what Paul said. Because why? The time is short. You know, we are at the end of this shit, man. So you want to be more focused on this, not on your damn woman, man. No matter how long you've been with her. Right? Because if you ain't right with the Most High, if you ain't right with Yahweh Shai, and you choosing the things of this world over the Lord gonna show you, man. The Lord gonna show you what it means to choose the world over him. When your ass end up in the same position these people are about to be ended up in. So Revelations 1:7-1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. So the Lord said, look, man, hold back until we have sealed off the elect. And once we have sealed off the elect, that's it. I release you. Right? All praises are due to Yahweh Shema Shai. I release you. And when the elect is sealed, man, you're going to see that these prophecies are going to start coming in like crazy, man. Things are going to start happening very quickly. Right? Hey, even Yahweh Shai said it, man. He said that, what is that in Matthew's, I want to say Matthew's 22, if I'm not wrong. But he said he had made the times short for the elect's sake. So you're going to start seeing these prophecies take place faster. Right? You're going to start seeing how fast this place really began to spiral down the damn drain. Remember, man, like, you know, just to say this, like when you're dealing with a sink or you're dealing with like a water fountain or something like that, or a toilet, you know, because America represents a damn toilet, right? But when you hit that knob, it's draining. It takes time for the water to actually go down the drain. And that's what's happening to America. right? America is spiraling, right? And then it's gonna go down that damn drain. And this is what we're beginning to see, right? America, what people don't understand is that America is at a financial crisis right now, man. Debt being at an all-time high. You have the Federal Reserve that's actually supplying banks with money because they need to keep these banks going. If there's a banking system collapse, if there's a banking collapse, that's going to become a problem for everybody, man. Because if there's a banking collapse, you're not going to be able to pull out your money. You're not going to be able to get money. You're not going to be able to pay your bills. You're not going to be able to do nothing, man. You're not going to be able to go to work because they're not going to be able to pay you. Because everybody works off, everybody transactions work through banking systems, right? The way you get paid works through a bank, right? The company signs a check. They take down your hours. They put down the amount of money you made, right? And then they give you that check, and you take that check to a bank and you cash it, right? And then the bank cash you out with money. But what happens if the banks collapse? That check becomes null and void because you cannot cash that check. ATMs don't work because there's not going to be money in the ATMs because people are going to run to these ATMs as quickly as they possibly can to pull out all the money that they can. And the ATMs only hold a certain amount of money within them, man. And these people don't realize that this is what's coming to America. Once you're not able to pull that money out, that's it, man. And I said it in the video before. I said, in order for them to bring in this new system, they have to destroy the old system. They have to destroy this shit. The system that you see today have to go. But in order for that to happen, in order for the old system to go, people out here are going to freak out, and there's going to be a lot of chaos, man. Because they want to bring in this new digital system, right? They want to bring in that CBDC, man. That central bank digital system. So again, man, the scripture says these things not going to come until the elect be sealed. So it says here, verse 4, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. That's why the number 144 is a spiritual number, right? A lot of times, the 144, that number, man, you see it from time to time. You don't see it much, but you see it from time to time, and that's a heavily spiritual number, right? Because that's the number of the children of Israel, the elect, that's going to be sealed, right? And being that they're going to be sealed, this place is going to go down, man. We're at the end of this hellhole, man. Hey, the scripture says what? I quoted it earlier. Ezekiel. Yeah, I was going through the book of Corinthians this week, man. Man, if you really sit down and listen to what is written in the two books of 1st and 2nd Corinthians, man, Paul be going in, man. Paul goes in. But let me get this in Ezekiel. The only reason why I brought up Paul, because it made me think about what he said about suffering. When he said, for our suffering shall come salvation. And it made me think about that. So Ezekiel chapter 7, and I'll start at the top. The Lord was talking about Israel, in Ezekiel the 7th chapter, right? But we can also apply it to this time,
It says, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord, power unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the earth. So the end is come upon the four corners of the earth. Well, didn't we just read something like that in Revelations, the 7th chapter? Right? It says the four winds, the four winds on the four corners of the earth. So the end is coming upon the four corners of the earth. That's from Mexico to the United States, Canada, all the way to China, Russia, all over there, man, in the Middle East. So the Lord is going to bring destruction on the four corners of the earth. So nobody is going to escape the destruction that the Lord is about to bring upon the earth. You're not going to escape it. So it says, also, thou son of man, thus saith the Lord, power upon the unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the earth. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. So the wickedness that the Lord people are doing, the Lord is gonna jack you up for that, man. When you go into the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 10, the scripture says, all of the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Right? You nations, you gonna be judged because y'all asses is just wicked, man. So it says, hey man, let me tell you this, man. I was watching a video, man. I would highly suggest Jake, man. You know, hey, you do what you do at the end of the day, but I would highly suggest you, Jakes, man, stop eating from Asian restaurants, man. Stay the hell away from Asian restaurants. Don't eat that slop that they call orange chicken and all that, man. These Asians, man, they be on some shit. Like there was a video where an Asian, she went in the back of her restaurant and she opened up her trash can and put like, that was like a bunch of like, I don't know, like some sauce or some food or something, and she was dumping it in the bucket and she was taking it inside of the store, man, inside of her restaurant. So, man, I would suggest you Jakes, man. I don't care about you other nations, but I would set you Jakes, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, mainly you know, you brothers that's in the truth, stay the hell away from these Asian restaurants, man. Stay away from that shit, man. Don't, that shit right there is what's gonna give you some diseases. That's gonna jack you up, man. That's gonna jack you up, man. You know, I myself, man, I eat once a day, man. Sometimes I don't even eat. Sometimes I don't eat. I'll go to work and I'll drink some water and a tea, man. Right? And throughout the day, man, you know, if the spirit is on me, I might grab something to eat. You know, I went from, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I went from 236 pounds to 228 pounds, man. I'm 228 pounds now, man. Right? And when I keep up this track, my weight is just gonna slide off me even more. So within a couple months, a few months from now, I'm gonna go from 228 to 222, 224, 222 before you know it, man. Because I'm staying the hell away from this junk food, man. Really, man, our bodies, Apostle Tahara went into it, man. He went into how, you know, we stuck with eating herbs, man. The herbs of the field. Because our bodies, you know, not to get off the topic, but our bodies is made of the earth. So you would think that we would eat the herbs of the earth and stay the hell away from all this meat shit, man. Stay the hell away from beef and turkey and all these other things. Now, we got to eat lamb during the Passover, but you don't have to eat meats every damn day. You can actually stay the hell away from that, man, and find something else to actually eat, man. Right? That's gonna be, you know, nutritionist. That's gonna be healthy for your body, right? And once you start eating healthy, right, you'll notice how healthier you're gonna become. Right? Your breathing is gonna get better. Your sore body is gonna be able to start healing. And instead of your brain just focusing on instead of your blood focus on just digesting everything in your stomach, it can start working better throughout the body, man. So, man, if it's possible, man, just eat once a day, man. Even when you at work, man, just grab some water, right? Grab a tea, because it got a little sugar in it. You're going to need a little sugar. You know what I'm saying? And drink that, and you should be good, man. Why stuff your damn face, man? Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, man, sometimes, like, when I'm eating food, sometimes I feel disgusted, man. Like, I don't know if other brothers feel like that, but sometimes that's how I feel, man. Like, you know, when I'm sitting there and I'm eating like a pizza or some chicken or anything, sometimes I feel disgusted, and I say, man, why am I eating this shit? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel that way, but we gotta get something in our bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go total vegan, but at least, ease up on eating out of these fast food restaurants, because there's so many ingredients and chemicals that they put in these foods that it's only worsening the bodies that our spirits have to dwell in, man. Remember, man, we the ones that have to be in these bodies, man. Our spirits, we the ones that have to dwell within these vessels. And if you don't take care of your vessel, then, I see, a lot of Jakes and Eves out here be walking funky. They be having like swollen thighs and swollen, like one of their legs are swollen and the other one is skinny. Calves be all messed up, veins popping all out of their bodies. The Apostle Tahar went into the guy that's in IUIC. He went into the thyroidism, man, because not to talk shit about him or anything like that, but his eyes used to pop out, big time. And Apostle Tahar went into the thyroidism, and I believe that Apostle Tahar made a video on what you can take that can better that symptom. You know what I'm saying? And if I believe so, man, he started to do it. He started to actually take whatever he needed, I believe, and his eyes started to get better. So they started to sink back into his damn cranium. You know what I mean? And that's why, it's a good thing to try to take care of yourself, man, because Jake, right now, you being jacked up on so many levels. You being jacked up health-wise in the health system. You being jacked up financial-wise, right? You being jacked up by way of your family. So at least, try to, take care of your health a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to eat once a day if it be possible. Or sometimes just not eat at all, man. Sometimes take a couple days to not eat. I didn't eat at all yesterday, man. And I'm planning not to eat at all today. You know what I'm saying? So, try to take some time to stop stuffing your goddamn face. Because once you stop doing that and your body start functioning like it should, then you start, your mind start opening up and everything starts to work properly. You start being able to breathe better, maybe even talk better, think better. Mind ain't all foggy, right? You're not all emotional, filled with all kind of estrogen, right? Try to, do better for your bodily functions, man. Right? I ain't mean to get off topic, but, again, man, my advice is to stay the hell away from these Asian restaurants, man. Stop going to them damn Asian restaurants. Them nasty Asians, man, they don't care about what they feeding you people. They will feed you a dog, they'll feed you a cat. Shit, if it was up to them, they'll feed you a dead body, man. Which I remember years back, there was a video came out, they was feeding their whole restaurant with dead bodies, man. There was a guy, or what you want to call him, a whistleblower. He recorded them chopping up dead bodies, and they will feed they would feed human meat to the people. That was actually a I forget what the show was called, but there was two girls, and the chef told them that it was fish liver, human meat or shark meat? And the girl said shark meat. And he said, no, it's human meat. So look, man, like, you know, they will feed you people any goddamn thing, man. And as long as it tastes good to you people, you don't care. You don't care, man. I was talking to my my used to be demon. She was talking about how, she wanted to eat shrimp. How she wanted to eat shrimp and all these abominable foods and celebrate all these abominable days. And I said, look, man, you do your thing, man. I'm not going to stop you from doing what I told you not to do already. And, the scripture says, hey, if she be pleased to stay with thee, keep her. But if she not, let her go. So, you don't want to involve yourself with these people that just want to do what everybody else is doing. And I'm going to be quite frank. I don't really want to put my business out there like that, but my demon, she follows what everybody else is doing. That which is hip, that which is so-called cool, that which is in the now, that's how she is. That's her personality. She loves doing what she sees every other person doing. That ain't something that you should set your sights out to be with, man. Especially when you in this truth, you got to separate yourself from the affairs of this world, from these people who want to do wickedly and seek to do wickedly. You know what I'm saying? Because these same people that do wickedly can entice you to do that too. That's in the scriptures. They could set your mind in diverse situations. And then now you look at King Solomon. We talking about one of the most wisest men within Israel, started to worship different idols, started to worship idols because of a woman. So look, if it be possible, do like that nigga T.I. or do like Will Smith and get your own place and separate yourself, man. Get your own place and separate yourself. Live in the will of the Most High. That's what the scripture says. It said what? Do the will of the Lord. That's what we just read in the book of Timothy. Right, that was just in the book of Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So you want to please the Lord. You don't want to please the world. You don't want to do what everybody else is doing. You want to be that person that they say, oh man, he different. He ain't like everybody else. Right? He different. He don't do what everybody else does. He don't celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, New Year's, Easter, Valentine's. Right? He don't do that shit. He's different. Man, I remember when I used to work for the cable company, and when I would walk in somebody's house, mainly it would be like a veteran, and I would walk in their house and he was like, oh man, you stand like he was like, man, are you a former soldier, or you used to be in the army? And I was like, nah, I never been in no army. He was like, man, you seem different. And that's what you want to be, man. You don't want to be like everybody else in the world, man. Let these people be tangled in the world, right? While you come out of the world. So you want to be different, man. You want to be in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Paul said, what Paul say when you go into 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, Paul said, be ye a follower of me, be ye followers of me, even as I also am a follower. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of a Mashiach. So you gotta be a follower of Yahweh Shah, man. You gotta be a follower of the Lord, not a follower of these people, man. Just because you see this woman dressing half naked doesn't mean you need to do the same thing. Just because you see this woman wearing eyelashes doesn't mean you need to do the same thing. Just because you see this woman caked up with makeup on her face doesn't mean you need to do the same thing. Just because you see this nigga glossed out, wearing chains and, you know, with the Jordans and all that shit doesn't mean you need to do the same thing. Just because you see that nigga going to clubs and partying it up and committing adultery and smoking weed doesn't mean you need to do the same thing, man. Right? You don't need to be like that that movie, is it called Them? I think it's called Them, where there was duplicates of all these people. They was like kidnapping people and making duplicates of them because they were gonna turn around and take the original people and put these people that they created and swap places with them. I think it's called Them. Is it called Them or Us? Right? It's one of those, man. But you don't want to be like everybody else. Be different, man. And if the people that you are surrounded by don't like it, fuck them. Cut them off. Excuse my French, but cut them off. It doesn't matter who they are. They could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your woman, even your own kids. You got to cut them off, because if you follow the same things that they follow, you're going to be destroyed. And you can't expect that, you know, just because you have kids, they're going to follow in the ways you want them to follow. The majority of the time that doesn't happen, because a lot of them will rather follow after the culture and the things that they are surrounded by than to follow after the word of Yahweh Shema Shah. And this is something that I said a while back, man. If you really look at it, the majority of these people do not believe that there's a higher power. They don't believe that there's a Most High. They don't believe in this book, man, at all. They would rather be entangled in the affairs of this life than to believe that the Most High and His Son is true. You know, these people have heavy doubts, right? They have heavy doubts, and I'm talking about the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? The only way things are going to get in order is when the Lord brings this place to destruction, by bringing fire upon. In order to cleanse something, man, you got to cleanse it with fire the majority of the time. It can't, a lot of times it doesn't always get cleansed with water. You got to cleanse it with fire. And the Lord cleansed this world the first time with water. Now He's going to do away with it with fire. And fire is it's a cleansing agent, right? Fire does a deep cleaning. Water doesn't do deep cleaning. Fire does deep cleaning, because fire burns and melts everything in front of it. Water, if you look at water, right? Let's say if you put some paper in the tub and you turn the water on, when you walk in there and the tub, when it's full, you're going to still see paper in the tub. But you throw some paper in the tub and you throw some fire in that motherfucker, when you walk back in there, that paper gonna be gone. The only thing you're gonna see is fire. So fire is a beautiful cleansing agent, man. It's a beautiful cleansing agent. And that's what the Lord is gonna hit this place with, is fire. You know, we went into that in the book of 2 Peter 3:10. The Lord said, what? The elements shall melt with fervent heat. So the Lord is gonna do away with this place with heat, with fire. And it only needs to be done away with, man. Like the confusion that's in this world is, you know, and the scriptures talk about that there shall be great confusion in this world, man. You know, and we like, you know, we're spiritual. We're spiritually lots, man. We're spiritual lots. We're vexated of having to dwell here in this place. We're vexated looking at the world the way it is. You know, we want the world to be back in order. We want the world to come into some order. And right now, there's no order in this place, man. If there was order in this place, you wouldn't have that girl walking around here earlier with her damn short leggings between her ass cheeks, or showing her ass. Like, these people just don't care, bro. These people just don't care, man. I'm telling you, man, the scriptures tell you what, man, that this place is filled with darkness and out of order, man. It's filled with darkness and out of order. But the Lord is going to restore that order. He's going to restore that order by way of fire and putting the righteous back over the earth. Because the wicked have to go, man. laws and the policies that they pass is only set up for the wicked, man. And the Lord is showing us the experience of what it means for the wicked to rule over the earth. So, other than that, I'm going to end it from there and say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakahak Kwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work, truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.